Jai Hind. I am Rahul Rao, the team leader of SamvidhanRangers, and we have chosen 1699 as our problem statement.
मला आपल्या भारतीय संविधानबद्दल किती माहिती आहे?
जास्त तरी एवढं काही माहिती नाही, पण थोडं वर्षावर आपल्याला बेसिक राईट्स वगैरे माहिती आहे.
म्हणजे बेसिक राईट्स वगैरे.
राईट टू इक्वालिटी, राईट टू एज्युकेशन.
ओके, म्हणजे आपल्याला जर डिटेलमध्ये विचारलं तर कसं माहिती
ठीक आहे
आहे?
मॅडम, एवढं idea.
जर तुम्हाला इसमें कितने अनुच्छेद है? अनुच्छेद मतलब आर्टिकल्स.
कुछ जानते हो?
ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत जानता हूँ.
बद्दल माहिती आहे, पण जास्ती डीप मध्ये नाही माहिती, बट फंडामेंटल राईट्स आणि आर्टिकल्स बद्दल माहिती आहे.
Our survey shows that many citizens in India find it difficult to know what our Indian constitution is and how the institutions work in them. Let's solve this problem by an initiative called Sansthaein Aur Samvidhan.
Welcome to Sansthaein Aur Samvidhan. We are SamvidhanRangers and we are making our Indian constitution accessible and understandable to every citizen of India. We break down the complex language in our Indian constitution. We simplify the data sets. We have hired a team of legal lawyers which have simplified the data set into a simpler manner and that can be understood by each Indian citizen. We are providing a gamified platform which will include several interactive games which can be understood by every Indian citizen, whether it's a young or an adult, for making constitution available in a simpler manner.
As most of the population in India is covered by youth, we have created games on Unreal Engine and a website to access the gamified version of the Indian Constitution. One can find the Stories tab at the top section. This tab explains institutions of a constitution in a story and in a short manner.
Hello, I'm Siddhant Patil. The next three buttons are learn buttons. The user will be able to go into games and access any door in front of them. The door will redirect them to the official websites of our three institutions, which are Legislature, Judiciary, and Executive. Thus, the user will be able to use the materials provided by our Indian government. It is most important to learn about the building blocks of the Indian Constitution. If the user wants to learn about the flow of institutions of Indian Constitution, they can directly access the verified flowcharts from the top section. Now, let's dive into the world of fun and interactive games. The working prototype of our game Sansthaein Aur Samvidhan, where we can freely move around and interact with the courtroom environment. The users can customize these avatars and language of the communication. The first game is a variation of Snakes and Ladders, in which when the snake is fed, a point is scored. When the user wins the game, an article related to the institutions of Indian Constitution is explained. Here is the explanation of Article 54, which is the first article of Part 5 of the Indian Constitution. The second game is Jump the Obstacles. As previously mentioned, when the user wins the game, an article will be explained. If the user falls down, then he can retry from the starting point. Here, if he wins the game, the Indian Article 80 is explained. The third game is Flip the Card, in which a scenario will be presented in front of the user in the form of a 2D game. Here, firstly, the article will be explained and then a question will be asked on it. Nextly, we have Spin the Wheel game. Here, the user will spin the wheel and learn about the articles related to the working of the institutions in our Indian Constitution. Now, let's talk about how we legally simplified our Indian Constitution accurately. We have hired a team of great lawyers and a judge who represented us with the legal data regarding the articles in simply 4 to 5 lines. This is the signed document which clearly states that our data is accurate and verified by legal professionals. Moving on to our technology stack, our team's expertise lies in Unreal Engine, Blender, Maya, C++, PostgreSQL, Zero Auth, web development, and Android Studio.